For our championship teams from fall 2022 to spring 2023. This is the third year we have come together to celebrate the accomplishments of the Boise State esports team. My name is Jacob Palmer. I am joined by Artemis Rain to call all of the award action for you. And Artie, 2022 to 2023 was quite an eventful year for our program with a lot of highlights and great victories behind them. Tell us a bit about what was accomplished in that term.
Well, one example is Wasey Williams, who is in his final semester before graduating. Congratulations on not only making it this far in school and getting close to getting your diploma, but on top of that, nearly capping off another championship run, being 13-3. Our Halo team went 41-24, top 3 finish in the Kentucky Invitational and an unofficial national championship title as well. Our Valorant squad qualified for the Red Bull Campus Clutch National Championships in Arlington by winning the Rocky Mountain Regional that occurred here at the Boise State Esports Arena, and they were the runner-up for the Mountain West Conference and finished with a combination score of 52-31, which is a 61% win rate, generally pretty good in the terms of esports. All told, across 5 Boise State esports teams in the competitive year of 2022 to 23, there were 231 victories and 87 losses, with the help of the program surpassing over 1,000 wins last October.
Definitely a very eventful course of events. And if there was one particular moment you had to pick out from 2022 to 2023, what was your favorite moment during that overall season?
Okay, so it's not particularly within what happened on stage itself, but I did have the honor of joining our squad when we went to multiple events across the nation, and personally it just had to be the interactions that I got to have with our team members while we were at these various LAN events, specifically Arlington. It was nice to see them talk with other players from other schools and meet people for the first time that were honestly, it's the first time you're meeting them in real life, but it's as though you've known them for many years at that point, and seeing those connections finally become real was really cool.
Well, what was kind of surreal to me was the CRL run that our team had last year, making it all the way to World Championships. It was quite something watching the stream, seeing Boise State go up against colleges like Amsterdam, just at a huge world level, and hearing a bunch of people cheering on the Broncos, not just because of the fact that they're a super talented team, and you should cheer on the Broncos, but because that they were representatives for North America as a whole and representing that whole region. It's just kind of an honor when you get up to that huge a level of competition to be able to be representing so much for so many people.
I agree with that, and also not to mention just the friendships that we've been able to forge among everyone in this group. Particularly, I want to shout out our Rocket League team, because there was a journey that I took to represent our school as a caster, but they were going alongside me. We ended up on the same plane. I was booked by the organization, not by BSU, but we all got stuck at the same airport. And here I am, stuck by weather in a place I don't know, and I'm like, I am all by myself. And the Rocket League team, they were so kind, so cordial. They invited me to be a part of the family for that evening, and ever since then, whenever we've gone on trips together, it's been a blast.
Well, we could spend all night reminiscing about everything great that happened last year, but I think it is time to actually show some people at home how we got to this point. We have got some highlights, starting with Rocket League, and then we'll give out the rings for all our Rocket League players. Let's take a look at some of the Rocket League highlights from last year. Broncos looking to get the win before the warranty even kicks in. If they can just get a win here, I saw one of the signs which called for a sweep before the game started. Right there, it's actually right over my shoulder. Boise State would just love to get a 4-0 victory. Broncos, Wolfpack, game 4. Broncos lead 3-0. One last second, and Boise State gets the victory. And it's going to make Boise State the winner of 4-0 sweep against the Wolfpack.
Taking the win away from Grand Canyon and taking the win back home in front of the home crowd. Boise State are your champions.
In sweeping, commanding fashion, Boise
State had it locked down, but those day one jitters kind of ran into trouble for a couple of European teams.
James, when you make one stupid mistake, it snowballs because you're not able to mentally come back. point, he gets a freebie. He's just...
The Rocket League team competed in 93 matches over the course of the 2022-23 academic year. They were 72-21 with a phenomenal 77% winning percentage, the highest in any season up to that point.
The team of 6 was undefeated in the Mountain West Conference. All 6 players contributed to the Mountain West Championship title and will be receiving rings as a part of that team. This was their 2nd consecutive Mountain West Championship title, and the team also qualified for Collegiate Rocket League and the highest performance of the collegiate competition in both fall and spring. You have to win a tournament to qualify for this league. It's the most coveted ticket in esports. Not only did the Broncos qualify and compete in both seasons, they are top non-automatic qualifiers of the West and were invited as one of the 16 teams to compete in CRL World Championships in Dallas, Texas last June. It is this accomplishment on top of the Mountain West title that has turned their rings gold for the first Boise State esports team to qualify for a pinnacle of their competitive sphere for CRL. May there be many more to come. Congratulations to our Rocket League team.
As your name is called, come to the front and receive your ring from Coach Haskell. Gabriel Reynolds.
Jared Frank.
Kyle Addy.
Peyton Lyons.
Emiliano Flores. Jesse Huschauer.
And last but not least, Coach Peyton Wilkin. Not to mention, I think his cat Una also deserves one. She was emotional support from afar during CRL Worlds.
Well, I'm sure he can go home and give an honorary one to her. But that isn't just the only game that we have going on. It was a spectacular season in Overwatch as well as Rocket League. Let's take a look at some of the Overwatch highlights from last year.
In the overtime, this is now or never for the side of Boise, but Matt Burke has fallen, and I think UTD has this on the line. They're going to be able to cap that second point. Maybe they lose Jukebox. 4 members left still standing on the side of Boise. Primal comes out, forces them away. The Kitsune trying to catch them, and it's going to be able to clear the back line. He finds Kashira. This could be it. All of a sudden, UTD backs against the wall. The slide advantage is against them, and Boise just refuses to lose. Abdallah also going to fall. Pedal not far behind, and Boise State will win 3-0.
What a
phenomenal
showing coming out from Boise State. And what a story for this squad as well. The number 5 seed clawing their way into the grand finals, usurping all expectations, coming out with a dominant performance on what was absolutely the favorites here today.
Absolutely. I mean, UTD, when I came into this, I said this to so many people this morning, and maybe I shouldn't even admit this on broadcast. I was like, UTD's probably got this in the bag. Because I mentioned this. That's not the Boise I knew going into this. That is the Boise that was, a top 15, top 20 team. Against UTD, top 5. I thought this was a no-brainer, Juggle. I'm not going to lie. I genuinely thought UTD was going to have this. But Boise, they have done something. Something is working for this team because that was, I said I wanted flawless. That last fight, flawless.
The Overwatch team competed in 61 matches in the 2022-2023 campaign, dropping only 8 matches. That's an 87% win rate, and they had a perfect 14-0 Mountain West season to win their 13th consecutive Mountain West title, tying the record of UNLV, who held the previous 3 titles. Doc Haskell is currently saying that this year is the year that we move the Rebels into second place.
Well, it wasn't the first time the Broncos had won the conference title or a national champion title in Overwatch. It was still a year of firsts. Big wins over former national champions of Utah, Northwood, UCI, all paved the way for the team to travel to Philadelphia to face off in the NACE Star League Grand Finals against UTD. While the protagonists gave no chance to Boise State, it was the Comets who were doomed from the start. It was the Broncos who swept in a 3-0 sweep and left the commentators speechless during the championship.
Yep, it's always nice when you can get the talking heads to stop talking for a minute and be in awe of your skill. So please join us as we celebrate the 10 members of the 2022-23 National Champion Overwatch team. As your name is called, come to the front and receive your ring from Coach Haskell. Jenny Cummins.
That's my cousin.
Brian Cran. Ooh.
Garrett Strickler.
Joey Pacey.
John Ranella.
Kellen McGurkin.
Matt Mercadante.
Carter Jones.
And a shout out to Jonathan Foraker and Jordan White, who were not able to join us tonight, but will get the rings shipped to them. And because of all they do to support the students and tell their stories, selected staff and program partners has also been awarded rings. It is not possible for the Broncos to do what they do without the support of the following individuals. So as your name is called, come to the front and receive your rings from Coach Haskell. President, Dr. Marlene Tromp.
Dean Sean Benner.
Athletic Director Jeremiah Dickey. And ICCU's Clark Rasmussen.
With these rings comes the responsibility to tell the story of these Broncos and their great accomplishments. Thank you all for your continued support and for all that you do for us.
Before we conclude, we have the opportunity to hear from the Dean of College of Innovation and Design, Sean Benner. Following the Dean's remarks, we'll be pleased to hear from Dr. Marlene Tromp, President of Boise State University.
making Boise State proud.
In the interest of time, Dr. Haskell, head coach Boise State Esports, will forego the mic, but wanted to give a special shout out to all of these individuals: Dr. Marlene Tromp, Boise State president; Dr. Sean Benner, dean of the College of Innovation and Design; associate dean Dr. Jen Schneider, assistant dean Dr. Amanda Ryan, and the entire CID support staff.
Jeremiah Dickey, Boise State's athletic director, Clark Rasmussen, and all of ICCU, the Boise State players, production team, parents, families, and fans for their unmatched commitment and to the, and I quote, okay, Doc, best damn team in the world. We'll just end it with that. Thank you, and stick around for the CRL, Rocket League, and Broncos look to finish the season undefeated.